With whom do they think they're dealing? Attack me in my own building! They're desperate. They've shown their weakness. A last-ditch attempt to steal the prize. The Sabbat, a pack of shovelheads with cheap pistols, was all they could muster. 2 got a few stories up, but I took care of them. And my sheriff brought the rest their final death in the lobby. Sabbat animals. Why else? The motive of every kindred in the entire city these last few nights. The Ankaran sarcophagus. They've been misled into thinking the sarcophagus holds a sleeping ancient, their most coveted feasts. Diablerists. The Sabbat's infamy is in no small part due to their practice of diablerie, that is, drinking the blood of other kindred, especially older ones, until they are dead. Diablerists gain the power of those they've fed upon. And the Camarilla, this is an act punishable by death. For the moment, we've manipulated the press into reporting tonight's events as a terrorist attack. Their soldiers may be no danger to me, but their threat to the Masquerade is abundant. As my best agent, I'm sure you can guess my course of action. He has to remain here in case of further attack, and also to guard the sarcophagus. For this emergency, I need someone with your nerve to guarantee success. The Sabbat have been a threat to both of us for far too long. A mercenary attitude won't get you far in this organization. But, if that's what it takes in this situation, agreed. The Sabbat have made their haven at the Hallowbrook Hotel, right under our noses here in downtown. Kill their leader. The rest will scamper out of the city. This is the last time they ever set foot in Los Angeles. Before you go, Beckett told me you went to the Society of Leopold. Did you find out how my sarcophagus is opened? What? What did you find out? A key? Where? Do you have it? Not only did you infiltrate the Society of Leopold, but you managed to kill their greatest hunter. You certainly are developing a legend for yourself. Superb. A toast to you, and to victory over the Sabbat. And to Bach. May all his progeny meet such fates. The Sabbat must be wiped out before dawn. Then, when you come back, we'll begin the hunt for the key.
You can always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic. Well, perhaps for this pack, it's for the best. What did Johansson have to say? The lock and key. An invention as ancient as greed. I should have guessed. All we have to do is find a victor in this nonsense. They'll be the one with the key. Assyrian origin. Glad to see I'm not losing my tongue. As for Mesarach, I'll have to research that name, see what I can find. Lamastu? She was a Lilith figure. They represent empowered women and the threat of such women to male-dominated society. Strange she would be engraved on a king's tomb. It seems to corroborate my own evidence. I'm going to have to study it a little more, maybe dig up some information on Mesarach and the Lamastu myth. I'm certain the key will show up in time. Your information is appreciated. Excellent. It's simple. Someone's misled them into believing there's an antediluvian in this very room. They, and I suspect most kindred in this city, would love to sink their stakes or teeth into its imagined occupant, if indeed rocketing it to the moon was out of the question. Well, perhaps for this pack, it's for the best. Excellent. How any sane kindred could think these poor unfortunates are an immediate threat to us is absurd. Most were afraid, or at the very least uneasy, around me. Tragic. Their desperation could very well hold the spark of revolution, however.
Wipe them out before they doom us all.
I have to finish my study of the sarcophagus in the next few hours, as I have other matters to attend to. We'll have to make conversation another time.
What's wrong?
I recognize the smell of your blood, young K-Knight. Very potent. Greater than our last meeting. I could smell it even over the flood of my fallen brethren. Doesn't that make you wonder? Puppet! The strength of your blood is all that saved you from yourself. Wretched, weak-minded mongrel. The blood is wasted in you. Wasted! Miserable, ignorant cattle spawn. You are blind. The sarcophagus must be destroyed. I will do it myself if I must. And you will be purified. It is the blood that he is speaking through. The blood of all the pawns. It all must be purified.
You stand amongst friends now. I am happy to be received with such warmth. It is encouraging that the tired animosity between our people has not infected your judgment. A true friend in death is as true love, precious, rare, and sweet. Pray your senses have not gone so languid that this blessing cannot be savoured. We are in a position to help each other, yes. Is it impossible, then, that my admiration is genuine, kindred? Can friendship truly be founded on nothing? Or must there be nothing to gain in order for friendship to be true? The tongue lies limp and pasty if you're simply dead. Otherwise you would do well to savour these little graces. Your eyes are still able to take in my form and the blood still rushes hot to your skin. Must your organs die so selectively? I watch and wait for the time my path is meant to cross another. The how of it shall be more clear in a moment. No need for alarm, kindred. I come as a friend. Your foes all lie vanquished, kindred. I come to help. Be at peace. Trouble is nothing but yours to give. Indeed, the Chang brothers, my greatest agents, undone by the young soldier of LaCroix, it was obvious your path was greater than I or he had anticipated. They had orders to get the sarcophagus at all costs and to let no one get in the way. It was nothing personal. They had no way of knowing who you were. It is not that I do not care. If their purpose was to make apparent to me the significance of your path, then their purpose was indeed served, and they are at peace. I can harbor no ill will toward you, the victor. I am impressed, kindred. That is why I've come to reveal to you the truth, so that you may see that you are not the fist of LaCroix, but the hand that will put the final events of this war into motion. We did have an arrangement, LaCroix and I. A mutually beneficial pact to drive the lesser factions from the city. LaCroix's zeal in recovering the Ankaran sarcophagus has been to the exclusion of many relationships, mine included. And I, like yourself, have been used by him in his desperate quest for power. LaCroix feared Alistair Grout, the Malkavian primogen, for the cursed insight of his bloodline was strong and brought him uncomfortably close to the truth about LaCroix's ambitions. LaCroix saw an opportunity to rid himself of two problems, a hardened rebel leader and a problematic primogen, in one fell stroke. And, as you can see, I was integral to his plan. LaCroix convinced me that an alliance with the Camarilla could strengthen the position of the Grey Jinn, and so with my help, your prince framed Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout. The disciplines of my Dharma have afforded me skill in the art of disguise, a useful tool, as you can well imagine. Our war with the Anarchs has taken its toll. A truce with the Camarilla allowed us to marshal our remaining forces and focus on a lone enemy. Yes, you were made to be the witness. For your political naivete, put your word beyond reproach. No one would believe you devise such a story. LaCroix used you and once again turned a problem to his advantage. Our dealings with LaCroix have put his integrity into question. He has become careless. His desire for the sarcophagus seems to have superseded all other concerns, including political discretion. It is obvious to me that he wishes to obtain it only so that he might use its power against those who would oppose him. If he betrays his own kind in these pursuits, can I trust him to honor our allegiances? Can you? You need to understand that you are a liability, Kindred. Once LaCroix finds the right moment, you will be disposed of, just as he did with Alistair Grout, Mr. Rodriguez, your sire, and countless others. You are no more to him than an entry on his ledger, a sum of that which can be bled from you. Hear these words, Kindred. The sarcophagus is sealed against the ages. Only the proper key will break this seal. That key now lies safely in Quajian hands. Your prince's prize cannot be had without it. I hope you recognize my sincerity, Kindred. I would like to see you reach your destination before your path is cut short. I hope when next we meet, it is again as friends.
Oh, am I ever glad you're safe, Cinnamon Bun. I was on sick leave when I heard about the attack. I worried you might have... Well, anyway, your security stud's here to protect you now. Don't you worry. I guess you can go on up. He wasn't expecting you, but it should be all right.
The Sabbat. Another obstacle is removed. From the enemy we resurrect a new order. And this, in no small part, to your service. Did you hear that? You were never able to wipe them out completely. Keep it up, and you may have his job. My unstoppable crusader. My victories in this city are in no small part due to you. You've done what I've asked without question, and you've done it well. Take this small token of my appreciation. We'll rule this city side by side, you and I. You found the key. Where? Who has it? This nonsense again! Look, I told you before, no kindred would ever ally themselves with those demons. This is a subterfuge, a trick to start a civil war. And apparently, it's worked. As of this moment, there is no blood hunt against Nines Rodriguez. The Quajian have revealed their plot. They want us to war against each other? Well, to that I propose an alliance with the Anarchs. Together, we kindred shall drive out these foreigners once and for all. Whether they trust me or not, the Quajian are the greater threat. They do trust you, however. After all, you've been working for them all this time. Spare me the explanation. I don't hold it against you. Your affiliation is a trite concern next to your accomplishment. In fact, you alone can bridge the two kindred communities and sound the Kuei Jin's death knell. You'd be a legend. Go to the last round immediately. Tell them the Kuei Jin have admitted to killing Grout, and that the blood hunt against Nines Rodriguez is officially over. Tell them I have realized the true threat the Kuei Jin pose, and wish to negotiate a pact. You will be my emissary for the Alliance, so naturally you speak on behalf of the Camarilla. Choose your words carefully. I will begin organizing plans for war. Good luck. The prosperity of all this city's kindred depends on your success tonight. It's critical you see the Anarchs immediately.
Going somewhere?
My laying shroud and the moon is melting.
You might like this. Now this is not your everyday ordinary pop gun. Only a few people ever get their hands on one of these. Take a look.
Cemetery runoff congealing at the door. Where to?